So today we will discuss about the chemical reaction and equation of class 10 chemistry. So first chapter is chemical reaction and equation. Before starting this chapter, I am going to discuss about two words. That first word is reactant and second word is product. Basically, what is the meaning of these two words? I'm going to discuss about that. Suppose that there is a element A and it react with the element B and then it produce C plus D. So what is the A and B which are at the left side? They are the reactant. What which are at the left side? They are reactant. And which are at the right side? C plus D. That are the product. So what is reactant and product in chemical reaction? Which are present at the left side, that are the reactant, and which are present at the right side, that are the product. Now when chemical reaction take place, next point, that is when chemical reaction takes place. So the first point, when the changes are in temperature, and in second point, when there is changes in color, when changes in odor, taste, and fourth point, when there is evolution in gases. Evolution is it. Basically, these are the 4 points. When these 4 points takes place, when then the chemical reaction take place. That the first point, when there is changes in the temperature. Second point, when there is changes in the taste. And third point, when there is change in the color. And fourth, when there is evolution in the gases. Then the chemical reaction take place. Now we will discuss about the definition of chemical reaction and equation. And what is the difference between the chemical reaction and equations? So now we will talk about the chemical reaction. That what is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction, when two or more elements are reacting with each other and they produce a new element. This process is known as chemical reaction. What when two or more elements are reacting with each other, then they produce a new product. What? Chemical reaction, when two or more elements are reacting with each other and they produce a new product. This process is known to be the chemical reaction. For an example, if we take that magnesium react with the oxygen, then it's produce magnesium oxide. So it is also a chemical reaction. And now we will discuss about that what is a chemical equation. Chemical equation. Chemical equation. What is chemical equation? To write the format of a chemical reaction, this is known to be the chemical equation. What to write the format of chemical reaction. To write the format of chemical reaction, it is known to be chemical equation. For an example, we can write, suppose that we have to write the format of this chemical reaction, then how we will write? Like that, magnesium plus oxygen, when they will react, then it will produce magnesium oxide. So the format which I have write it, this, that magnesium react with the oxygen, then it will be produce magnesium oxide. So this is a chemical equation. So basically chemical reaction is actually reaction which reaction is taking place, but in case of a chemical equation we are writing their format only. So this is the basically difference between the chemical reaction and equation. And now we will discuss about the balancing of chemical reaction, that how we have to balance the chemical reaction. Balancing of chemical reaction. Balancing. We will put the topic balancing. To make equal elements in the both sides, this process is known to be the balancing. What? To make equal element at the both sides. To make the equal element at the both sides, this process is known to be the balancing. For an example, suppose that iron, it react with the water, then it will be produce 4F iron oxide plus hydrogen. If we see here, their elements are not balanced. That if we see there iron is 3 and at that side iron is only 1. It means that left side is reactant and right side is the product. So if we generally see that in reactant and product, that elements are not same. So now we are going to balance this equation, that how we will balance. So if we see there is a 3 iron, so for that we will add 3 here also in reactant. Now if we see that iron are equal at the both side, at reactant and product. And now if we see oxygen, here oxygen is 4 in product, but in reactant oxygen is only 1, then we will add 4 at here. Now if we see oxygen, that oxygen is also now equal, that 4 is at that side and 4 is also at that side. And now we see the hydrogen at product side, hydrogen is only 2, but at the reaction side that hydrogen is 4. So we will add 2 here also. So now if we see this reaction, now this reaction become balanced. So only this is known to be the balancing of a chemical reaction. One more example we can take, that magnesium plus oxygen, that it will be become Mgu. If we see now in reactant there is oxygen 2, but at the side of product the oxygen is only 1. So what we will do, that here we will add 2. What? Here we will add 2. Now if we see that oxygen become equal at both sides. Now if we see in the case of a magnesium, that now in product magnesium is 2, but at the side of reactant that magnesium is only 1. So now again we will add 2 in reactant with the magnesium. So now we see that now this equation also become balanced. So basically this is the process how we will balance the chemical reaction. And now I am going to discuss about the types of chemical reaction, that what are the types of a chemical reaction. That what are the types of chemical reaction? Types of chemical reaction. In first we will discuss about combination reaction. That what is combination reaction? So in combination reaction basically there is two reactant, what, A plus B, and it produce a new product, that is C. This format is known to be the combination reaction. What? When two reactants are reacting and they produce a single product, then it is known to be the combination reaction. For an example we can take, suppose that calcium oxide plus there is a water, then it will be produce calcium hydroxide. So this is combination reaction, example of combination reaction. And we can take one more example that previously we have discussed about magnesium oxide, that magnesium plus oxygen, that will be produce magnesium oxide. So this is also example of combination reaction, no? And this is the format of combination reaction which we have to be remember, that when at the side of reactant, when two elements are reacting and they produce a new product, only one, that is here see, this is known to be the combination reaction. And next, now we will discuss about the second type of combination reaction, that is decombination reaction. What decombination reaction? Decombination, in decombination reaction, that reactant, what that reactant is broken down into two product. C, that C is our reactant and it is breaking down into the two product. This is known to be the decombination reaction, in which we can take an example of calcium carbonate, that it will be broken down into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So this is the example of a decombination reaction. And we can also take an example of silver chloride, that Ag plus Cl2, and silver bromide, it is also example of a decombination reaction, Br2. So this is decombination reaction. And now we will discuss about the third type of a reaction, that is displacement reaction. Write down third point, that is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Basically, in displacement reaction, the element which are more reactivity, they replace the another element. For an example, suppose that there is Ax plus B, then it will be broken down into Bx plus A. What? So this is the format of displacement reaction, that in which the element which is more reactive, that will be displace the another element. Basically, it is displacing the metal what in our books is there. So for an example, if we take that iron is there, if it will be react with the copper sulfate, then it will be become iron sulfate plus copper. So this reaction is an example of a displacement reaction, in which if we see there is a iron and copper sulfate, which, and now if we see in the product, that copper, that iron displaces the copper. So this is known to be the displacement reaction. One more example, we can say that zinc is there plus CuSO4. So in that case, if also see that zinc will be displace the copper, so it will be become ZnSO4 plus Cu, that copper. So this is the example of a displacement reaction. And now we will discuss about the fourth type of a reaction, that is double displacement reaction, in which there is a displacement of two elements. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. So if we say in the double displacement reaction that Ax plus By is there, then it will be become Bx plus Ay. This is the format of a double displacement reaction, in which two elements will be displaced. That for an example we can take, there is a sodium sulfate is there and barium chloride is there. So then it will be react in the form of barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. So this is the here too. This is the example of a double displacement reaction, what in which there is a format that Ax plus By, then it will be become Bx plus Ay. If it is in this format, then it is a double displacement reaction. And now we are going to discuss about the oxidation, reduction and redox reaction. Basically, what are that? It is a fourth. So now according to that, types of chemical reaction is completed. And now write down next topic. Now we are talking about the oxidation. What is oxidation reaction? What is oxidation reaction? In oxidation reaction, when addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen, then oxidation reaction takes place. What? When addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen, then their oxidation reaction takes place. For an example, we can take, suppose that copper is there and it react with the oxygen, then it will be form copper oxide. So if we see here, there addition of oxygen, there is a addition of oxygen, so it will be known to be the oxidation reaction. And now we will talk about reduction reaction. What is reduction reaction? In reduction reaction, when there is addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen, then reduction reaction takes place. For an example, if we take, suppose that nitrogen is there, when it will be react with the hydrogen, then it will be form HN3. So here if we see that there is addition of hydrogen, so it is a reduction reaction. So this is basically about the oxidation and reduction reaction, that in which we have discussed about that the oxidation reaction, that in which there is addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. In reduction reaction, that there is addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen. And now we will discuss about redox reaction, that what is redox reaction. Redox reaction. Redox reaction. When both oxidation and reduction takes place, then it is known to be the redox reaction. For an example, if we see, suppose that there is Cu, carbon oxide plus hydrogen is there, then it will be become copper plus water. So if we see this example, then it is an example of a redox reaction, that in which there is removal of a hydrogen. What? Removal of hydrogen is there and addition of hydrogen is there. So addition of oxygen is oxidation and removal of oxygen, that is a reduction reaction. So it is an example of a redox reaction. Redox reaction in which oxidation and reduction reaction both take place together, then it is known to be the redox reaction. And now next point we will discuss about the corrosion and rancidity. That corrosion. What is corrosion? Corrosion is basically that when metal get attacked by the some moistures and acidity, then there is weakness in metal. This process is known to be the corrosion. What? When metal get attacked by moistures, acidity and many more etc., then there is weakness in metal. For an example, we can say car bodies, that over a time period they become weak, and we can take example of bridge. So basically what is corrosion? That when metal get attacked by moistures and acidity, and over a time period they become weak because of these attacks, because of moisture and acidity, and then they become weak. So this is known to be the corrosion. That for an example we can discuss about that car. If we see car bodies and bridges, if we see over a time period bridges become weak because of the corrosion. In each and every metal corrosion takes place. What? In each and every metal corrosion takes place. And last point, that is rancidity. Rancidity. What is rancidity? That when in oily and fatty food, when in oily and fatty food, when oily and fatty food get oxidized, then there is change in taste, odor, order because of rancidity. Because of, so this is known to be the rancidity. What? When there is a oily and fatty foods are there, over a time period they get smell because of the changes in, because of the oxidation, because over a time period they get oxidized. Because of that they changes in the taste and odor, and they give smelling. So this is the main, and this is known to be the acidity. If we talk about the example of chips and kurkure, basically they does not smell over a time period also, because in that nitrogen gas are present. What? Why they does not get smell over a time period also? Because in that nitrogen gas is present. Because of the nitrogen gas they does not get oxidized. This is the main reason that why chips and kurkure in packet which are packed, they does not get smell because of the nitrogen gas. So rancidity, basically we understood now that when oily and fatty food get oxidized, then they start smelling, and there is changes in their taste and odors also, and this process is known to be the rancidity. So basically like that way our first topic, chemical reaction and equation, is completed here, and now we will discuss about next topic very soon. Thank you. Wow.